Hey,
Hello.
we caught you sleeping. We went live 30 seconds early.
That's how you do it.
Yeah, you gotta be on your toes when you're in the chat for this show.
I'm hitting the hard stuff. Cheers, everybody. A little milk.
Oh, let me move this around.
Now, if it was only warm milk and honey.
All right.
You ever had that?
No.
My mom used to make that for me when I was a kid. I loved it.
Blake Snow is here.
Hello, Blake.
Oh, you're saying. All right, you're saying, yeah, like LA Knight.
Oh.
I don't know who that other guy is, but I know LA Knight.
You don't know who James Hetfield is?
Never heard the name before.
Oh, are you kidding? You are not. You are kidding me.
No, I've heard of Metallica, but I don't know who. I couldn't name you one band member, one song.
That's him right there.
There they go.
I just got I just had it on Hammer Away. I just got these today. Brand new vinyls of Ride the Lightning and Master of Puppets.
Very good.
And this album was one of them from my missing vinyl list. Yngwie Malmsteen, Marching Out. I found it today at Dead Wax Records.
Dead Wax.
Look, it's like I got a new head. Look at that. I could get in this right spot.
My hair's all sticking out right here for some reason. I don't know why. Jerome is here. Hit the likes.
Hello.
Lance Jennings is here.
Lance. So Lancelot
creep.
He was at my show as well.
Junebug is here.
Hello, Junebug.
Here you go. Got a wrestling match for you versus Kylo Ren. Papa Pete's here.
I'll either show him what it's like to be a punching bag, or he'll show me what it's like how to treat a helmet.
PJ Smith. What's going on, PJ?
Hello, PJ.
You're showing up from X. Holy smokes, we got 20 people in here already?
I know, right?
What's going on? Lethal Weapon was released in the state in 87.
Yeah, I was a little confused earlier as to when that actually came out, because Honeymoon Suite had a song that was popular in the Lethal Weapon sound franchise there. But I think it was from the first one, but it might have been from the second movie.
Sabbath were the bag man and the cameraman for Papa Pete. That was pretty good. Kurt Bradshaw. How's it going? Drew?
What's up, Kurt?
Did you get a new mic? Who's he talking to? Me or you?
I don't know. Must be you.
I got the same mic. Let's see. Let me make sure it's the one selected. Yep, that's the one selected. Hopefully that should sound fine.
Oh, that was released on this date too.
Wow.
Huh?
Is it one of the Hetfield and McCoys? That Metallica guy.
Oh, goodness. That's really not right.
Okay.
Perfect.
Is that Yngwie? What's that?
Yeah, Yngwie Malmsteen. Yngwie J. Malmsteen. Although he's dropped the J, is my understanding these days.
Huh. It worked for Rocket J. Squirrel and Bullwinkle J. Moose. And Bart J. Simpson worked for all of them.
How did I not get that? How did I not remember that?
CC Mental is here. Hello.
Hello.
Pierre.
Yeah.
I looked this up on eBay. So he said this phone was on sale originally for $4,000. It's on eBay right now for like $8,000.
And that picture is crazy.
That was a great investment. Yeah, I like it. It's like a.
Do yourself a favor and watch Escape from New York again, and look at that big monstrous thing that Lee Van Cleef is communicating on. It's huge.
Television gamer. What's going on, Casey?
What's up, Case?
Rob Reiner's 77.
Oh, Rob. Oh, and that goes along with something that I got today. Because let's take a look and see if he did this one too. Not that.
On this date in 83, the USFL began their inaugural season. Actually, at the end of this month, the UFL starts their inaugural season. USFL and XFL combined. And I'm interested because we have a team in that league, a real team in a football league. How about that?
I love it.
Streamweaver's here.
Streamweaver.
On this date in 1984, I was probably watching MTV. I probably was too, Streamweaver. I watched a lot of that on cable back in high school.
Yes.
Because it started basically when I started high school. It was
it
started in 81. I started high school in 82, so it was
I started high school in 79. Is that when I started?
On this date in 82, Go-Go's had a #1 album with Beauty and the Beat.
Yes.
I think that's one of the best album names of all time, Beauty and the Beat. Especially considering it was an all-girl band. That's brilliant.
Yeah. And I loved playing We Got the Beat. What a great song to play. The bass line is so fun. It's driving, and then it's got this little riff, and it's like great. What's up, Bar?
Bar, how's it going? How you doing?
Oop, I missed a package earlier. You'll like this, Jeff.
Everyone's happy to see Bar.
Absolutely. So I forgot. I have one more unboxing. Well, this one is going to need a knife.
Bar is feeling good. Follow-up appointment with the doctor. Got 2 thumbs up. Nice.
There's 3.
Drew, you are correct. That was the first.
That is correct. And who did it?
Martha Quinn. Did she announce it?
Oh,
are you talking about the Buggles?
Yeah, the Buggles. And then what did they do after that?
Nothing that anyone remembers.
Those 2. Ouch.
I think that's pretty much the one thing they're remembered for.
Not in my world.
They weren't they part of another band before that?
Yes, they went on to be in another band together before splitting. In fact, one of the members is a part of that band again on their latest record.
Oh, a legendary unboxing.
Yeah. And so I unboxed it. Look, Jeff, look what I got. Book called Revolution, Gary Newman, the autobiography.
Oh, wow.
How about that?
That should be very cool.
Yeah. Have some fun. Do you find that you have time or interest in deep diving into somebody's music?
Nah, probably not.
Okay. Because he's done some great work over the years that I never, I kind of let him go, and then I had a friend of mine that I ran into when we met. Then he mentioned that he loves Gary Newman. I'm like, me too. We went and saw him live here in St. Louis years ago. And he said that he'd followed his career. And I was like, wow. And then I started listening to the stuff and I'm like, this is pretty good stuff all the way through. I'm not saying it's all my favorite, but it was still good stuff. So they went on, and my brother pulled this album out today to take a look at it. I talk about this album a lot. Yes. So Jeffrey Downs and
Ed McMahon album.
What's that?
The Ed McMahon album.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. So here's the band Yes at that moment. And here's there's Jeffrey Downs on this end here, who would then go on to be in Asia. And all the way at the other end, you've got Trevor Horn, the singer. So they joined Yes and did this album Drama. And I really loved it. I love this record.
Excellent.
A lot of Yes fans don't like it. But Then Jeffrey Downs would go on to be a part of Asia, and Trevor Horn would stay to produce the album that we all know and love, maybe 90125. So he stayed with Yes as a producer. What if the notorious Stoof?
LJN, the Lance Jennings Network. Lance remaking all those terrible games back in the...
I was going to say, they weren't known for the great games.
Oh, baby. Trying to give my best Ken Wilson impression there. Our loves, Gary Newman.
Oh, good. See, there you go. There you go. I was only familiar with some of the later Two-Way Army stuff. But now I need to look at the
Ed McMahon was in an 80s werewolf movie called Full Moon Fever.
Full Moon Fever.
That's a great album. I know that.
That sounds like a Svengoolie flick.
Lance probably knows all about
it. Started to like Yes after hearing them on the soundtrack for Homeworld. Oh, that's very interesting. Very cool.
You know what's interesting is we have 19 people watching on YouTube and 6 watching on X. We've never had more than 2. So welcome to everyone on X watching. Thanks.
Today is a new day.
Yeah. Give us a comment. I think I know PJ's watching. I think he usually watches from X. Eep's here.
Oh, hey, Eep.
We got everybody showing up tonight.
It's been a minute.
I know. How's it going, Eep?
I found this, speaking of Rob Reiner, I found this today on Laserdisc and had to get it. Seriously, just had to get it. And it's the return of Spinal Tap. So I was wondering if Rob Reiner had anything to do with this. I don't see his name.
Right before the show, I was watching someone on YouTube eating fast food fish sandwiches and giving her opinion on them.
Like from McDonald's and somewhere else.
She had 2 from McDonald's, the Filet-O-Fish and the double, Jackbox, Wendy's, Popeyes, Arby's.
Oh my God.
Burger King, I think.
Wow. I wonder what the consensus was.
She loved the Jack in the Box and McDonald's ones.
Oh, there you
go. But the rest of them, she didn't seem that thrilled with.
Did you say? Yeah. It would always be funny to me if the one, maybe she had one from like a Captain D's, and that's the one that she didn't like the most.
Is Captain D's even still around here?
Well, there had been one on the Rock Road down there in Bridgeton for years.
There was one on Grand that closed up.
Okay.
Well. Yeah, this is the weekly review bra segment. Yeah. I forgot to tell you, for a good amount of my drive to Cape Girardeau today, my coworker and I talked WWE.
Oh my God.
And why were you able to talk WWE with him? Because of me. Yeah. He was telling me how he used to run into Orton all the time. Orton, which one? I guess you mean Cowboy Bob Orton?
Oh.
Or do you mean Randy Orton? Randy.
Randy.
Yes, Pete. The fish sandwiches that still include the scales are the worst.
Oh, yuck. Oh,
yeah,
man.
The ones that have the little eyeballs looking at you.
Yeah, that's not good.
No.
Stay away. Say no.
The younger Orton. So Randy still actually lives here, huh? I know he grew up here. I didn't know he still lived here. How about that?
Which Orton are you? I am the younger Orton.
Have you seen the Iron Claw? I have not. I was just listening to the Dark Side of the Ring podcast that talked about the Von Erich episode. They were talking a lot about the Iron Claw movie, and I don't know. It sounds like they missed a lot. I'd still like to see it though. I know they completely left one brother out, pretending like he didn't exist, because they said it was too depressing. Because he was another brother that killed himself.
Oh man,
they're like, this is getting too depressing, so we're gonna have to cut him out.
It's just
That's nice.
Some sections may be too dark for certain
It was worth a watch. I'll definitely watch it. I don't think it's streaming anywhere yet.
I meant to bring down some books to show you too that I got at my library at school.
Now you're talking about books earlier. It's like, man, I have so many video game books.
Yeah,
it's gonna take me forever just to get through those.
Yeah, I bet.
I've got a lot, and I finally found the book I was looking for. It's got to be 15 years old. It's not 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of it again. I did find it downstairs. You were there when Shaq was drafted number 1.
Ooh.
What do you mean you were there? You were at the actual draft? Was that held in Portland or Seattle?
Not their true story. Okay.
Yeah.
It's church fish fry season.
Yeah, it sure is. Fish fries all over the place.
Yeah. We're lousy with them.
Yeah, Casey, I got a lot of books. My one of the funny ones I picked up was the TJ Ferreira book. Fellow YouTuber. Was he on our show? I don't think he was he? I tried getting him on the show but back then he didn't have good internet, so he couldn't do it. But yeah, I think a fan wrote a book that included him with all based on his YouTube videos. Pretty much about different computers that he has.
Wow. And
I was like, well, once this goes out of print, if it will go out of print, I don't know how they have it set up. Maybe it won't go out of print. But you'll never see that again. So I was like, I need to grab that while I have that, or while it's out there.
Yeah.
Yep, Casey's got that one too. And I have the Cyrus one that was out briefly on the television, very briefly. Oh, he was on your show, Pete. That's okay.
That's what it was.
I was like, I could have swore I talked to him online at some point. Oh, he's a good guy.
Did you ever see this movie?
No, the Flight of Dragons.
Yeah, I was saying earlier that there's two people. One was a guest. This character is played by John Ritter, and this guy was a staple on the show. It's Harry Morgan. So a couple of MASH characters. Or I don't think Harry Morgan was ever on Three's Company, right?
I believe he was originally supposed to be cast as Furley.
I can see that. Okay, Bar.
See you, Bar. You have a whole new life to your voice. Yes, Bar. Yeah. I love the Spock deal there. Very nice. Phyllis Smith I think it's Phyllis Smith from The Office.
Yeah.
One of 3 cast members from St. Louis. And I believe she's in town quite a bit because I know a few people who've run into her.
Yes. Julie that runs into her now and again.
Julie
from the Johnson clan.
Oh, I don't even know if I'd recognize her if I saw her again.
Yeah, probably not.
I mean, it's literally been over 30 years.
Yeah,
35 years.
It's been a while.
But yeah, if I ever see her, I usually wouldn't go up to anybody, but I would go up to Phyllis and say, "Can I get a picture with you, Phyllis, please?"
Yeah,
she was so good in that show.
Yeah,
and I love that she wasn't even supposed to be on the show. She was working for the show, and she was just filling in, reading some lines, and they just liked her.
Yeah, that's when you got it.
Is that Rankin Bass?
Rankin and Bass. I don't think that it is. I was thinking about that earlier because there are aspects of it that remind me of that. But no, it is. Yep, it is.
Pete says, I think Sean Connery would have made a good Ralph Furley. Especially if it's the Sean Connery from Saturday Night Live. That would have been the best thing ever.
Oh man.
Oh,
I like the spelling, Connersy.
wow. 43 years ago today, Walter Cronkite signed off.
Wow. That's the way it is.
Wow, I would have thought that would have been even longer because I don't really remember that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't ever remember even watching him as a kid, to be honest.
They do Cheerios commercials together. I was just gonna mention that too. Ted Knight would have made a good Stanley Roper.
Well, he kind of was Roper on Three's Company or Three's
Three's
Too Close for Comfort.
Too Close for Comfort.
If you ever watched that, he's his daughters live downstairs. He was a big. I love when he sat on his daughter's couch that just had pillows, didn't have a back. That was so great. All right. Oh, we're I like that Creed guy from The Office. Yeah, Creed was awesome.
God, Creed was classic.
Oh,
hey.
So Tug got a haircut. He looks completely different.
Yeah.
Wait, look, you can see Tug right here. Tug. Oh, we've got this is Penny. She is staying the week with us.
Aw.
And her and Tug are like best friends. They've been we've got a rug out in the family room, and those two like 3 times a day probably just get in there and they just start wrestling around. Penny's so small, her big move is to go under Tug and hide, and then she pops up and bites him in the head.
That's a strategy.
Penny, who's really small, stands up on her hind legs, puts her legs up like this, and just starts walking towards Tug, and just goes boom.
You gotta film that.
It was a crazy sound. Like, you're walking like 5 seconds towards the other dog, and you're just going boom,
wham.
I guess that's her big.
That's her
big chance.
That's her Mortal Kombat move.
Oh, Ted Knight was so good.
Finish him.
Yeah, Tug's haircut was looking good.
You look like a completely different dog. Of course, they're best.
Oh yeah, that's right. Ted Knight was the narrator. Super Friends. That's why Super Friends was so good.
That's right. You ever wonder if he ever threw that in on Super Friends? Can they make it in time?
What was his name in Caddyshack? Was it Judge Smales? Like Smails? Smales?
Yeah, Judge Smales. Smales? Yeah. What
weird thing?
That is you're like, I don't know. Where do you get these names? Deep in the Hall of Justice.
I swear I didn't know who that was back then as a kid, but I knew I liked that guy because the announcer really made that show. He was so good.
He was.
I didn't even know who he was until later on.
like the wonderful Gary Owens. Was a good cartoonist, or did they just use a stunt hand?
Talking about Cosmic Cow.
Yeah.
I always thought it was the craziest thing that he put a puppet on to draw. I was like, who can draw a puppet? I did like that show though.
Oh man.
The interaction between Henry and Monroe was some classic TV.
Oh yeah.
Whatever happened to Jim J. Bullock after that show?
I have no clue.
I saw him on one episode of Seinfeld. He was a flight attendant.
Yes, you're right. You're right.
Other than that, he just kind of disappeared.
Yeah.
I don't know, I just thought he was funny. I guess maybe no one else did.
I think
the hat did look good on him. Oh, it looks good on you though.
Oh, but it looks good on you.
I like the Rocky and Bullwinkle narrator. He was so expressive too. He was good. Pete, I'm sorry, I forgot about that. He was on Hollywood Squares a lot.
Okay. All right.
I also like that he spelled his name Jim, J-M. Like he
couldn't
be bothered with that extra letter.
No, we don't do I's around here.
He's still around, right? He's still alive.
I would assume. Yeah, that way you don't forget to dot your I's and cross your T's.
Well, that's the first thing I'll ask him. How much time do you think you saved in your entire life by shortening Jim to just JM?
He'd be like, well, I remember in 98 taking a trip to Hawaii with all the extra time that I had.
Jim J. Bullock was in the news last month. Nothing bad. Well, that's good. I hate when these guys, like, you don't see him for a long time, and then they end up in the news for something bad. I'm like, ah.
Well, like, what's his head? Andy Dick.
Yeah. He hasn't done anything since then, has he?
He's all messed up, I guess. And he's
I mean,
that's what he wants us to believe, that, and he does these stupid video things.
Yeah, he did not get paid enough to buy vowels. That's true.
That's good. That's clever.
I believe he's still alive and kicking. He should. You should book him for the show.
Hell yeah. He and Ted McGinley. Yeah, I didn't even read that, and there it is, right there.
You think any? Yeah, I try and locate him.
Yeah.
Why
don't we check the same agency as the Shark?
I sent Ted McGinley a message on Twitter and never got back to me. I guess he didn't. He's got other things to do.
Can't be better than this, though.
This is the first time in the history of the show we have more viewers on X than on YouTube right now. I
love it.
And we just hit 40 people. What's happening? This is awesome.
What isn't happening? It was really neat. We went down to the record exchange today and had this brilliant conversation with the guys down there. And Chris, who we spoke with down there, he chimed in on the show a little bit ago. That's always great. We just talked down there today. It was great. It was great. Hey, can I ask you? I'll ask. I know what your answer is going to be, but also I want to ask everybody else. I saw Ted McGinley on the West Wing the other day. Huh?
Is he a regular on there?
And how much longer did it go after he was gone? Oh. My question is, have you guys seen the Gary Busey movie Fooling Around?
No.
No? And what about anybody else out there? No. I got to watching it when I was, when it was cable days back in high school into college, cable days. I saw Fooling Around. It's got Gary Busey and the beautiful Annette O'Toole. The goddess-like Annette O'Toole. Here, Jeff, look what showed up.
What showed up?
Ta-da!
Oh, look at that.
Yeah, buddy.
That's the original show, right?
Yeah.
Because I know there's a lot of Ultraman TV shows.
Well, and it has to be because it says the truth right there. He's protector of the universe.
Look at his eyes.
I know.
So weird.
They look crossed. What's up with that?
He looks like such a weirdo there, doesn't he?
I don't know. I'm saving the world.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. So this is series 2.
Season 2 or like...
it says series 2. Yeah, what's with that cross-eyed look?
I don't know. What's going on there?
I don't know. What's he on?
He needs a pair of corrective glasses. That's what Ultraman needs.
No, that's the only way to see your foe.
Would he still be as intimidating if he had a big pair of glasses on?
Well, couldn't you imagine? He's like, "Ooh," and then he goes,
"Yeah." So I think that right in the middle, he's like, pushes him back.
And it comes with this Ultraman book.
Oh, that's nice.
Information
episode guide.
And episode guide. So, from the land of light, for justice sake, he has come. Table of contents. Yeah, it talks about the developing the series, production, how much cheese Ultraman eats. No, that's not it here. That's enough out of you. Look at that. Episode 16, Science Patrol into Space.
Science.
Science. What amazing pop album did he work on that was released in 81?
I gotta be honest. That's the only thing. That's the only thing I've got on Thomas Dolby. That's it.
You know that yeah, but you know that he had an album called "Aliens Ate My Buick."
No.
Yeah, well, you do now. I'm trying to help you here.
I do now, but I won't remember in 10 minutes.
I'm telling you, in 10 minutes, it's going to be a Chrysler car. I don't know.
Break me off a piece of that Chrysler
car. No, that's not it.
Fancy feast. I always thought it was something about the episode when he couldn't get it. And Jim just says, nobody tell him. And nobody said a word.
No, that's a great one. Well, Edge of Blue use holograms down the road. Thank you.
You wouldn't have to show up anymore.
I wouldn't. And I'd be like twice as big.
You could do like 4 gigs at the same time.
I could. Oh, I just saw a interview with Samantha Fish talking about those, and she's like, "Yeah, I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
Not doing it."
PJ says, "I loved Ultraman and Johnny Sacco's flying robot."
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, they showed Johnny Sacco and Ultraman and Speed Racer here in town every afternoon.
Yeah,
it was the best.
Yep.
What a lineup.
Yeah, we were watching watching on Channel 11 up in Peoria area because we didn't have anything like that. We got Channel 9 out of Chicago and Channel 11 from here. We were parasites.
I don't know what Mazinga is. Isn't that what Sheldon used to say sometimes on the?
No, that was Buzzinga.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Come on, Muzzinga. We have a music store, or had one, called Mozingo.
By the way, tomorrow I'm doing a live stream of Balatro or Balatro. I don't know how you pronounce this.
Yeah, right.
But it's a poker game. It's a roguelike poker game. I'm having a special guest, bringing someone in who knows all about the game. Actually, it's Christian. He's been playing this game a lot. He beat it like right off the bat, and I'm sitting there struggling like to get past 3 or 4 stages, and he's beating it. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. So I said, could you sit in here with me? I said, you don't have to be on screen. You can just be off to the side if you want. Right. And just help me out, explain things, because you know how to play way better than I do.
Or better yet, you hold a dummy controller and just let him play the game. And then you can be found out like 3 years later. Oh, this was all fake.
Yeah, I can act like I'm doing the whole thing.
Yeah,
or maybe better yet, he can sit behind me and put his arms through here and hold the controller. Like this.
I have a feeling he might not go for that. Just an assumption.
Oh, Pete's over on next. Look at him now.
Wow.
Maybe it's everyone is in both, and we really only have.
Yeah, that could be it. That could be it. Says it sold for over 500,000 in like 10 days.
In your 50s, you notice your arm or leg is bleeding and didn't do anything today. Yeah, that's very true.
My dad is famous for that. Dad, what? Where'd you get that? It's like blood running down his arm, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know." I do the same thing.
Wait, JWD, what do you mean Nintendo Life? Did I miss something?
I live in Nintendo Life.
They did the same lineup in KC when I was young. What lineup are we talking about? We're talking about Ultraman, Johnny Sacco, and Speed Racer.
Yeah.
It's a good lineup. It's hard to beat.
There you go. The only thing you can do is add to it. Like I'd put Thunderbirds with that. Love Thunderbirds.
I remember in 4th grade, I spent a lot of time sitting there in class with my notepad out, drawing tracks from Speed Racer, drawing cars. I just love Speed Racer so much. I was like, this is great.
And now we can watch it anytime we want.
Oh, Balatro sold over 500,000 like 10 days.
I gotcha.
Yeah, okay. I think the game is, I think it's well over 1 million now sold. What's so interesting, so these guys who made this, I don't even know how many people there are. I think it's a small company. But they're all millionaires just from the one game.
Wow.
I mean, think about it. They sold 1 million copies and they'll sell more than that. It's $15 a pop everywhere. So
jeez,
that's 15 million. By the time you pay everything off that you have to pay off, I doubt there's more than 5 people there. So yeah.
Wow.
That's got to be great.
That is crazy.
It's like the guy who made what's that farming game everybody loves? Oh, hey, Miss So's here.
Hey, Miss So.
Miss So. What is that farm? Someone help me out with that farming game that's really popular. Stardew Valley. That's it.
Oh yeah.
That guy worked on that for years and years, making no money. It's all he did. I think he was married, lived at his in-laws, and I mean, it took him like over 5 years. Finally, the game comes out, and it just sells millions, like right off the bat. So he went from having no money, living with his in-laws, to being a millionaire, just like that. It's like boom. But it's so cool because the guy worked his ass off, and he made an amazing game. I mean, so many people love it.
And I could assume that if I asked you how you would do with that, you would be like, yeah, that'd be good. I'd be all right. I'd know what, I wouldn't, piss it away or do whatever.
Yeah. I might be too old to spend it all.
Well, give me a call. I can help. I have plenty of vinyl stores we can go to.
Yeah, I do remember when they used to have 1 billion served. I don't know what they're up to now.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah. That's a freaking lot. I don't care.
Yeah, Speed Racer was cool. And I always liked the way Speed talked. It was like he was always in a hurry. He was speaking so fast.
Yeah.
And Peter Fernandez told the secret that they had to use the animation they had, and so they had to cram in as much words as possible. So if they had a lot of words and not much time for the mouths to move, he had to just do it really quickly.
You know how much time I have to do this?
Oh, there you go. That's what we need. We need ideas of how to spend our money if we hit the lottery.
Mm-hmm.
Make $1 million. How we can do that?
Yeah. Hey, this show gets more channels than Big Bang Theory reruns. Well, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Exactly.
Speed Racer is cool. So even the hidden keychain. Thank you, Lance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still up there.
It's in the neck.
I was so upset. I was like, God damn it. I said, where's my keychain? There's supposed to be a keychain in here. I was so upset. And then the head fell apart, and Lance sent me that. I think he was looking at.
Yeah, we're in the middle of the show. He's like checking the neck.
Check the neck.
And you're like, oh, this pops
okay,
open.
There it is.
I could just see it in there with a note says, ha ha, asshole.
Now here you go. You know what? This would be cool, Miss. So you'd open your own comic shop. There's a strip mall, like just down the street. It's in the middle of our neighborhood. We have a neighborhood, and right in the middle of the neighborhood there is a gas station and this little strip mall.
Yeah.
So I've already told my son, I said, if we ever hit it big, I know what I'm doing. I'm buying that strip mall. And I'm going to put in a cool arcade with a lot of competitive games, a lot of old games, some few new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have to care if it made money. You know, I mean, I wouldn't want to sit there and lose a lot of money, but I mean, who cares if you lose a little money for having a lot of fun doing it? If you're,
right.
you know, if you got millions, I can't lose millions on that because I would own the building.
Yeah. Especially if you had a 2-player House of the Dead.
Oh.
Now we're talking.
Junebug, remember your poor old mother if you don't know what to do with all that money.
Hold on. Let's not talk arcade yet. Remember, Mom.
She can work at the arcade. She can take the tickets. Of
course. Yeah, that's it. You can work here, Ma.
See, you can move into our house. We'll do a room up for you, really nice.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
Get your own bathroom. It'd be beautiful.
In that case, I'm moving in too.
Here's a site I never thought I'd see. Papa Pete making a comment from X.
That is, it's like, it's outlandish. I wonder how the snowball fight's going in hell. Oh, there goes a pig. Sorry.
This local store has an unlicensed Tom Nook bong. No, I like that you clarified that it was unlicensed. Yeah, Drew, you can come by. I'll give you a free pass all day. Scallywag, what's going on?
Hey, Roger Matthews.
How to spend $1 million, buy a strip club, and pay the strippers to play retro video games.
With or without clothes.
As soon as he said that, my first thought was Steve Martin. Remember his old joke? I'm going to tell you how to. I'm going to tell you how to get $1 million and never pay taxes. Step 1, get $1 million.
Step 2, never pay taxes.
Oh, CC Mental is she's buying in on the arcade. It looks like.
Wow! Right.
That's how I'm reading that.
That's how I'm reading it. It's not what you read; it's how you read it.
Now, see, if Bar, our buddy there, opened up.
The bar arcade.
He could be the bar arcade with two. Oh, I'm choking with 2 R's.
Oh my God, this is so beautiful. I'm the clown.
It was such a great idea. I started choking.
Oh my God. Did you see the show? He choked. It's like, God.
Oh, man.
If I had $1 million, I'd splurge on the double Big Mac.
Pete, I ate one of those a few weeks ago.
And?
It just tastes like a Big Mac.
It
was pretty much the same size. I think what is the Big Mac? Is it 2 hamburger patties?
Well, isn't that the one they made the song about?
Yeah, I can't remember the song though. Wasn't it? It was a bun. Hamburger, bun, hamburger,
patty,
bun.
Special sauce. What is it? Lettuce, tomato. Wow, I don't eat them, so I forgot the song now, I guess.
But this one had 4 hamburger patties, but they weren't the normal ones. It wasn't like 2 and 2, 2 and 2. It was 2 small ones and then 2 small ones. I assume it's probably the same amount of meat. I didn't notice anything different. I gotta be honest.
That's ridiculous. That's just like how everything's getting smaller now. Cookies.
Oh wow. I didn't think about that, Lance. Get a supersized Go Game aquarium.
Oh. Or just get the old one fixed.
Nah, there you go.
Oh man.
We're so supportive. That's what makes you so lovable.
Used to have a video game arcade at the mall near me called Exhilarama. It had an indoor mini roller coaster.
I like that name.
Exhilarama. Let's eat craft dinner with fancy Dijon ketchups. Right, exactly. Lovable. There it is.
Go Game Aquarium is back.
Reincarnated.
Never had a Big Mac, Scallywag. How about that?
Yeah, me either. Not interested.
Yeah, 4 patties. But like I said, they're really small. I swear, I think it's the same amount of meat.
It's silver dollar patties. 2 all beef patties, special sauce, lettuce, cheese, pickles, onions on a sesame seed bun. Thank you, Salvatore. They have fancy fried chicken wraps at BK now. They are pretty good.
Fancy.
Sorry, Pete. Here I go talking about food again.
Oh, I know what I want to talk about.
Okay.
Before I was watching the lady eat the fish sandwiches.
Yes.
I was watching a guy in Japan. He went to a Denny's. And a Denny's in Japan. But he was showing the menu, all the food. It's completely different. First of all, it has like a little store at the front, almost like a Cracker Barrel, but not with country stuff. It's just snacks. But he was having fried rice. I mean, all this stuff looked really good. But it was a Denny. I mean, it was a real Denny's. It had the logo and everything. Just, I didn't know they had Denny's over there, but apparently they're completely different here or over there.
See, that's like when we went to Ireland and I said, well, we could go to KFC and eat. Christine's like, we're not eating at a KFC. And I'm like, well, I don't know. Maybe they do it better. Maybe something really good. I don't know. I'm just saying. I
wouldn't mind going to fast food places in different countries if if I knew they were different, because that would be interesting.
Right. You just pop your head in, see if there's anything interesting on the menu. If there isn't, if it's the same at home, go leave.
You can just open the door and pop your head in. Hey, you got anything interesting? No? All right.
Are you like it is at home? Get the hell out of here. That's what they tell you. Fuck off.
It's like when I break Ralph's treat in 2 and try to pass off his 2 treats. That's what Ralph's saying. 2 treats my ass.
Dad, you cheap bastard. I'm not falling for it. Let's get another treat out, please.
Get those 2 treats out of my face, old man.
Oh, I want to see 2 whole treats.
If you won the lottery. You know what, Lance? I'll tell you what. I've looked into it.
Oh, really?
Because I know there used to be a website that sold Mach 5s. They made them by hand. And they were beautiful. And there is another site. Matter of fact, I think it's a TV show. Where they make specialized cars, like personalized. I think it's associated with that, but they have it where they do a Mach 5. And I was like, holy smokes, a Mach 5. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine driving around the street in a Mach 5? But the thing is, when you get out, you got to kind of do one of these things where you spin like this. And I need that great Gazoo helmet and the ascot, and I'm good to go.
Have you seen the neighbor in their new car? I don't. What's with the stance every time they get out?
The CC Mental be out there. I don't know who that is.
Could you not?
Don't know who he is.
Well, he looks like your husband. It is not.
It's just so funny you mentioned that, Lance, because I literally have looked into it. Like, what? I think it may have been when the Powerball is like $1 billion or something. And I looked into it. I was like, man.
Some people think about cryogenics. Other people want a Mach 5. Freeze my brain and put it in a Mach 5.
I also was looking up people who make
coffins.
Trans Ams.
Oh yeah, those, right.
There is a group of guys, they make custom Trans Ams. And I swear, if I had a ton of money, I would have them remake my dad's, I think it was a 76 orange Trans Am with a big bird on it. I would have them redo it. It'd be beautiful. Going on the street in that'd be awesome.
That would be sweet. Jeff won the Powerball.
There you go. If I win the Powerball, I'll beat John Hancock. the misspelling on Hancock is beautiful.
I know. I'm like, oh no.
Oh.
All hands on.
Oh, John Hancock.
Hancock.
He's been called a lot of things, I bet, but never that.
I gotta hand it to you, Cock.
John Hancock just did a video on that Ghostbusters special edition that Pete had a video on.
What's the the deadline on that? Have they already hit it?
Nope, it's not hit. Pete, where you at? What's the deadline?
What's the date on that? So I just was noticing again, Streamweavers. What going to the mall in the 80s was great. Mom have us roll a, what was that? Whoops, I lost it. Where'd it go? There. Roll of quarters, and while she shopped, my brother and I went arcade called Spaceport, excuse me.
Space Pens.
Oh man. $10 lasted 20 minutes, unfortunately. So
I didn't do too much arcade stuff as a kid.
I did.
But we had I've said this before, we had a store here called Showcase. I don't remember what they sold, but I didn't care because when we went there, they had one of those mini theaters. Like you could sit two little kids in it and watch a TV show.
Yeah.
Watch cartoons. Yeah. And that's what I'd do. I'd go in there and I'd watch Deputy Dog.
Yes, Deputy Dog.
Because I never got to see Deputy. I don't really remember seeing Deputy Dog that often on TV, to be honest.
Oh, I did.
That's right, Lance. People go there because it's open. Remember Rally's slogan? You gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
God, you gotta eat. Come on.
Oh, I got the hiccups. It's driving me nuts.
50s plus start the exponential growth of nose, ear, and eyebrows hair. I don't know.
Did Peter Gabriel ever find out who shocked the monkey?
I'll have a popcorn squid combo with seaweed fritters and a green tea, please.
That's
super size. I don't know. I think in Japan you might say like make it extra small.
Oh man, I hate the hiccups.
Hiccups are the worst.
They are.
A 69 Mustang Boss 429. That's the dream. I would electrify a Porsche 911.
I hate it because they make me yawn. Then it's like I'm trying to get air.
Atari CEO wants Bubsy ideas. What do you mean? Like he wants ideas for a new Bubsy game?
A new Bubsy game.
They don't have people there that can do that for him.
What are you people good for?
Why would he ask them?
All I need is new ideas for Bubsy. Who am I? What, I gotta go out there and just ask for him?
That's so strange. It's Bubsy.
So, Jeff. Oh my God. They had what's the name of that system? Okay, so here's what I was going to say earlier, Streamweaver. Here's my brothers here visiting. Hi.
Hi. Hey,
I was going to ask you if he's still there. He's been in the corner the whole time?
Well, yeah, that's where he belongs.
Should bring him on screen.
His name is Baby, and we decided you can put Baby in the corner.
So, wait a minute, bring him on the show. Let's get him over there.
So we were down at the Record Exchange today, and we were talking to Chris, and they had a copy of the Atari.
Oh, original, yeah.
The X.
Yeah.
What is it? Tell me the name of it.
You mean
the old one, the 2600?
No, the new. It's the newer model that it's the X. It's the
2600 plus. Did it look like an old Atari?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the 2600 plus.
Okay,
it's really small
version. Yeah.
Yeah. So they had one down there. They go for like $150 online, right?
Should be 200. I mean, here it is right here.
Okay. Well, I thought this was smaller.
They came out with a version that they.
What's the one that
is a retro one?
Yeah, it's like it has a limited amount of games. It's smaller.
This one?
All inside of it.
No. I don't know. No, it looked like the old system.
Yeah.
Maybe it was a flashback.
Maybe
I think
that's
there was
what it
a
is.
flashback that was like
Flashback one.
X.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like flashback. Was it a kind of a gold box?
No, it was red on the edge.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Pete might know.
Yeah, Pete, chime in if you know.
Yeah, by the way, yeah, I have seen that Three Stooges Plus channel on YouTube. It's awesome.
Is that what that was? I saw something about with Three Stooges. Somebody had a bunch of,
Best,
episode 41 to whatever.
look at this. Best ascot, Speed Racer or Ralph Furley?
Oh, nice one. Speed Racer.
There's a Streamweaver thing.
Although
We
Furley
showed that. Yeah, Speed is so dreamy. Miss So, if she won enough money, she would buy Marvel or DC and correct the MCU and DCU.
Oh, God love you. God love you.
Thank God.
And we
Fastback's
could
here.
and we could still put we could still put lots of women in them and just make the characters worth a damn.
I saw a kick-ass Mach 5 at Bolo Museum near Chicago. It looked just like, oh, nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
They had those other, Munster Mobile and the Scooby-Doo wagon. March 24th. I believe that's referring to The Order. That's when it ends.
Atari Flashback. That's what you're going with. Okay.
I don't know what those flashbacks go for. I mean, once they're out of print, they start going up in price because everyone's looking for them. That's right. Anyone goes to Denny's never leaves because they're stuck to the table.
See, I found that one on there, but it actually had two controllers.
Two controllers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
What if Eugene Krabs cheers? It's just such a crazy thought.
Eugene Krabs ran cheer.
Oh, jeez.
Oh,
my. Yeah, there you go.
Oh,
yeah. Atari's fielding questions. They bought Bubsy and they don't know what to do with them. That's great.
yeah. Hey, guess what we got? What are you gonna do with it? I don't know. I got it.
Ran around looking.
Yeah, they might just shut down that whole franchise.
We're doing that before.
Fastback checking all the arcades for dropped coins, vending machines, and payphones.
So, Miss So, if you end up being able to do that, just give me a call and I'll be in there and we'll be making those decisions. Like, yep, nope, yep, nope, that nope. What are you thinking? Get out of here. Any of those
Get
things.
money from the mall fountains. That was.
Oh man, I never did that.
Yeah, JWD. I never understood why Atari put out Game Station Pro, and a month later put out the Atari 2600 Plus. It just made no sense to me.
It made no sense.
Yeah, I'm thinking that Atari X was just Atari 10, Flashback 10.
Okay, all right.
What sitcom actor would make a best friend for you?
Probably Pinky Tuscadero.
Pinky Tuscadero.
I couldn't help myself. Chrissy.
The only movie theater in my city closed. Oh,
Marsha Brady.
Well, here you go. JWD has it figured out. Send those ideas to Atari.
Uh-huh.
Sunglasses at Night is awesome. He's a Canadian.
I like how Miss So she's ready. Flo from Alice would be your bestie.
Oh Lord.
Creepy. I loved her snarky sense of humor.
Yeah, Stanley Roper he'd be fun to hang out with.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go, JWD. Oh yeah. Oh wait, I already said that one. Yeah, that'd be.
I mean, you be hanging out. What if it just goes south? You're just like, yeah, I thought this sounded like a great idea.
Yeah, it's not so good after all.
Not so, this ain't gonna work. This is not happening.
Does Keith Hernandez count since he acted on an episode of Seinfeld? Game Station Pro's on to $64. Holy smokes.
Oh, Judas Priest. Are you kidding me? They already have one Cliff. What if Jeff hanged out at Cheers and was besties with George Wendt?
Norm would be good because you always know where he's at.
Right. Everybody's yelling his name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like how very seldom did anyone sit in his stool. Very, you never saw it too often. Cliff sat next to his stool a lot.
Yeah. I don't know.
But he didn't ever come in really and have to throw anyone off his stool.
That would have been a great episode.
Yeah, it would be.
What do you mean you let somebody sit in my stool?
The guy that took my stool.
Yeah.
Wow, I don't want to be that guy. That's a bunch of crap.
First guy to die.
That's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, Lord.
Yeah, Venus Flytrap would be fun.
There you go.
Or even Johnny Fever.
I was thinking Johnny. How about Jennifer?
Her?
I'd hang out with Bailey. And Marianne.
Saw Ted Danson on Curb Your Enthusiasm's new episode. I haven't seen any of this season. I didn't see any of. Was it season 11 or is it 12?
I've totally lost track.
I don't think I've seen it past season 9, to be honest.
Wow.
I love the show though, man. It's so funny. Ted Danson's been on there since season 1, I believe. Here and there, he's not on all the time.
Really? I think I own the first 3 seasons.
I always thought it was so hilarious when they tried to syndicate that and put it on like WGN or TBS. I'm like, what's the point?
What's going to be
much
left?
Cursing, and some of the topics were you can't even do them on TV. And the cursing alone, it would just be too much. You have to replace it with stupid words like Steve Martin's dog on The Jerk instead of shithead. You call him stupid. I'm like, well, that's not funny at all.
No.
You're like, what's the use?
What was Steve Martin's name in the Jerk? I can't even remember.
Johnson. It was
yeah, what the heck was it?
I own the book.
Nathan Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
God, I don't even remember that. I've seen that movie several times.
Naven. Yeah, Naven Johnson.
Naven?
Yeah, Naven.
Curb is giving me a great vocabulary like foisting. There's that one show where an entirely different group took over the bar and they had their own Norm who came in and was sitting in the stool. He tapped him on the shoulder and told him, "I'm Norm."
I'm Norm.
Remember that? What was that? An entirely new group took over?
They had their own Norm.
There was a Jerk 2? I had no idea.
Worse than Caddyshack 2. Yeah.
I didn't even know there was one.
I didn't know that either.
Jeez.
No.
Was that
now what about what have we talked about Ghostbusters 2?
We may have. I'll be honest, I don't even remember how much I liked it or didn't like it.
I didn't.
I only watched it once.
Yeah.
I can't remember if I liked it or not.
Yeah, I did not like it, but I've got a student that likes it. And I was like, interesting.
Papa Pete with an endorsement for Caddyshack 2.
The Rise of Caddyshack 2. Just no.
I was gonna say Pete's the only one, but look, Lance likes it too.
Oh, Lance.
All right. I might have to watch it just to see.
I might have to reassess both of these gentlemen. It goes right back to Wayne's World. I love you, man, but you're mental.
Any thoughts on the Nintendo $2.4 million lawsuit shutting down the Switch emulator Yuzu? Well, I think those guys are pretty stupid. I mean, not only they do this emulator thing, but then they had a Patreon and they were getting like 30 grand a month on it. I mean, you want Nintendo to notice you, start making 30 grand a month off of their back and they'll notice you. All right.
Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good.
I mean, if you want to do it for fun or whatever, but maybe they don't touch you, but when you start making, because they've done it to other emulator sites, when they start taking money for it, and that's when Nintendo really drops the hammer because they don't want any part of that.
Wow.
And Slappy, I play a lot of emulation, a lot of games, but maybe it's not right, but I basically only play the ones that are dead, like the systems that are long gone.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't emulate a Switch because I have a Switch and I can just go buy the game. The main things that where I emulate are the old stuff because some of it's hard to find or it's too expensive. I'm like, I'm not paying $400 to play this game. An NES game. Let's play the ROM.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's still wrong. I don't know, but I do draw the line at any system that's still out there. I'm not going to emulate.
Yeah. They made a TV movie of the week in the 80s.
Oh my God. That's awful. TV movie. Holy smokes.
How are you going to golf with just a putter and a driver? How many do you need? Weekend at Bernie's too, right?
Bernie is still dead. Wait, were they still dragging the same carcass around?
Stinky.
Yeah, they don't mess around.
Yeah.
Like I said, especially if you're making money off of them, you can forget about it. They're coming after you hard.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Switch is still a viable system. Wait till it's dead first. Plus, Nintendo may make it back compatibility, so that would extend the Switch life. Yeah, maybe 5 more. Swamp Thing 2.
Didn't know that was a thing either.
No Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah, that's the other thing that hurt them. When so many people start playing their biggest game at that moment, weeks before it comes out, I don't blame Nintendo. I mean, if I was selling a product and someone's out there letting people play for free, I'd be pissed off too.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome to Napster, right?
Best TV movie. Brian's Song with Billy D. Williams and James Caan.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What about Boy in the Plastic Bubble?
Damn it. I was just going to say that.
John Travolta.
I was going to say, Lance, did you forget about the Boy in the Plastic Bubble?
Glynis O'Connor, John Travolta. Why can't I say his name? That played the dad. Mr. Brady. Robert Reed.
Bernie's corpse was brought back with some voodoo crap or something. What do you mean the corpse was brought back? Was he alive? Did they bring back to life or? So they didn't have to dig him up. Exactly. You do.
Duh.
Nintendo Yuzu, sorry. Well, duh. Techniques, hi. How's it going?
Hello.
I've seen you here before. Welcome.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the show.
It's a cool avatar.
Yeah, I like that name too.
Yeah.
Do you think Carl Weathers film? Wait a minute. Do you think Carl Weathers filmed his Mandalorian scenes before he croaked?
Oh, did he filmed his Mandalorian scene before he croaked? I'd love this reoccurring character on the show.
I don't know. I don't know if he was done with whatever he was doing or if he died before that.
Yeah. Yep. Always. Nintendo. Love it. Yeah, Brian's Song. What are some of the other top movies for the television.
Yeah, that's so weird. Dragging a corpse around for a second movie.
Yeah, that's
just sounds
weird.
Disgusting, doesn't it? I mean, it's bad enough on the first one, but he had to really stink at that point, right?
Yeah, one would think that you have a stink.
A stink.
Well, one of my favorite TV movies is the Norliss tapes, which was the predecessor to The Night Stalker. Kolchak, The Night Stalker. That creeped me out. Oh, well, what about Trilogy of Terror? Both Dan Curtis films, by the way. Dan Curtis. This has been a Dan Curtis production.
I always like the TV character named Dan Tana.
Yeah.
It's a great name, isn't it? Dan Tana.
Because he had an adult-sized bangaroo.
He did. And the show was called Vegas, right?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you call it Dan Tana?
I don't know. That's bitching.
I mean, Vegas, that's so generic. Good luck finding that. I mean, Dan Tana?
It doesn't tell you what the show is about. Vegas. Okay, so what? What about Vegas?
Do we cover other gaming topics? Usually we do. Not a whole lot on Wednesdays, but we
just had a little meeting about some stuff, so we got some stuff coming too.
Covering might be a little over technical term. It might be. It was basically, what do you think of it? If Bernie was properly embalmed and then retrieved to hang out, he might not smell so bad. Saboteur, I'm glad you put a lot of thought into that.
I'm still not buying it.
No.
As Steel Panther once sang, I'm not buying what you're selling.
But Techniques, we do video game videos and some live shows. I'll be doing a live show tomorrow of the new card game Balatro.
And what would be something you would like to? Oh, there you go. I bought an Atari 2600 Plus. We do talk Atari. We definitely do. We were just talking
earlier. There's a 2700 or 2600 Plus. There's a Game Station Pro. I like this a lot better.
So I think, to finish what I was mentioning earlier, so Techniques, you might enjoy this. So Chris was telling us that this was sitting up front, and he's like, now wait a minute, this, and then the maybe it was the owner was like, I don't know what this is. What is it? And he goes, well, it's this system. He checked it out. It was going for like 150. I think we were going to sell it for 100. He was going to sell it to me for 100. But on it, they'd already tagged it $12. So had I shown up early, whenever, right before he realized that was going on, then I could have gotten it for $12. But
$12.
Yeah, he walked in, saw that on the floor. He's like, this isn't like that. What's your favorite pizza? And who would you rather
Techniques, what's your favorite pizza? Who would you fight stealing over B. Arthur?
Topic and go.
I would like to fight B.
Wait, yes, way to go. Way to go.
Techniques, I think you fit in just fine. I like that comment. I'd like to fight beat Arthur. I got to tell you, though, I would have gone with Roper because he'd be an easier matchup. B. Arthur's going to take you to the limit.
But you're telling us a lot about your fortitude and tenacity right there. That's awesome.
Is that card game like Blanco? Placido Blanco.
Placido. 84, the Ewoks Adventure.
General consensus is that she'd kick all our asses. That's right. And that's with us like in a battle royal.
Cage match.
The Ewok Adventure.
Yes, Sindel.
You might hear about Stanley Roper, Jim J. Bullock, Meatloaf, the singer and the food.
Right.
Ron Jeremy, B. Arthur, Fast Food, Music, KRP, Speed Racer, Phil Hartman, Super Chicken, and Charles Nelson Riley.
And there you have it. Every topic under the sun.
Super Chicken.
What was a favorite game of yours, Techniques, for the Atari?
B. Arthur.
Yeah. Charles Nelson Riley.
Charles Nelson Riley. Mr. Roper. Papa
We don't
Pete.
have it. Papa Pete.
And Review Bra.
That one always kills me. Thank you. That was my favorite.
Oh, Berserk. Oh,
I love it. I love it.
I feel like this is a setup, Techniques. Everything you've mentioned, I have right by my desk. Berserk.
There you go.
But look, it's the enhanced edition. It talks.
That's what my wife called me when we got married. The enhanced edition.
It talks, unlike Berserk Recharged, that does not talk.
That's ridiculous.
The weirdest thing, weirdest decision they've ever made.
Freaking ridiculous.
B. Arthur would be like Andre the Giant, just feed 6 or 7 of those buttheads. she'd have like 6 of us in the corner, and she'd have her back to us, just kind of going back to smash us like Andre.
That's cool. That's great. Did you Techniques, if you like it's a popular one with us, you like, how about Atari Pinball with that nice wavery action where you could get it to go into the right spot by bending a scotch.
You can get the ball going.
It's like whoa and down. Yes,
this is one of the bullet points, Salvatore, when they were promoting the game. We've removed the fun factor. Time to get rid of that fun factor. Berserk Recharge is my least favorite Recharge game. I mean, I like them all. Kind of weird seeing. Yeah. Oh, the ratings. Oh, that's right. There was a rating on that. It's kind of weird, isn't it? Warlords classic.
Totally classic.
I loved bowling on Atari. It was one of my favorite games. Techniques. I loved it. Played it with my grandma all the time.
Chris didn't call it the enhanced edition, more like the Viking Berserker. Yes, I'll take it.
Yes.
Oh, kill antenna by TV.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with this 3.0 thing. I got to watch. Have you ever seen what's the guy? Antenna Man. He's got a channel. It's pretty popular. It's all about cord cutting, and he talks about this stuff all the time. I always like how he starts every video with something like, "Hi everyone, I'm Tyler, the Antenna Man." But he looks like a young kid. It looks like he's, I don't know, 23 or something. He's looking really young.
It's like our guy here in town that has the AC HV whatever, however you say that, and Bart Inman. That's Inman. Bart Inman. Bart.
What team won bowling last week? The Homebrews won last week. Me, Pete, and Chuck. Oh man, Adventure Salvatore. When I first got that, I couldn't believe what I was playing. It was like no other game I've ever played. I'm like, what is this? This isn't. It was just crazy, wasn't it? It was like, oh, this isn't how it normally goes.
Yeah.
Antenna Man is a good dude. I agree. I like him.
There you go.
And yeah, I also agree that that's a great name. Why isn't my computer working all of a sudden?
I don't know.
Look at that. I can't select it.
Really? Wonder.
What was that small Atari? This one here. This is a Game Station Pro. I know a lot of people like it. I'll be honest, I'm not a big fan of it. it came with this controller. And
Yeah,
it came out like a month before the Atari 2600 Plus Techniques. So it's new. We were just talking about it before you came on. It's really cheap on Amazon now. I think someone said it was like $67. However,
sorry.
Beware, there's an updated version coming out later this year. So if you're interested in something like this, you might want to wait until that new version comes out.
Absolutely.
And actually, I did a video on it. If you want to check it out. But the 2600 Plus, I think, is the way to go.
Antenna Man sounds like a rejected Avenger. Power to watch I Love Lucy or Leave It to Beaver at any time of the day.
Every time I heard I Love Lucy, you ever see that Seinfeld episode, that guy who was obsessed with Lucy? No, he was obsessed with TV Guide.
Yes.
And he was showing Elaine his TV Guide collection or whatever.
Yeah.
And he was talking about Lucy, and he was naming all of her shows. It was like, I Love Lucy, The Lucy Show. He was just going through them all. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you? And why does she keep finding these guys?
I don't know what's going on. I can't select anything anymore.
That's weird.
Oh, what the heck?
So yeah, definitely prefer the Plus. Gonna check that out. An early Spider-Man villain was Terrible Tinkerer. Did he have a Tinker trunk?
You tinker toys.
Isn't that 4 or 5 different Atari consoles in the last year with the handhelds, mini arcades, Atari 50, et cetera, et cetera? It's kind of overkill, like Disney Marvel. Poor Antenna Man. Oh, a little sorrow for the Antenna Man.
Oh, this isn't good. My mouse just stopped working.
That is weird.
That is some weird, wild stuff. I got weird stuff like Miss So's picture's not showing up either.
Real? Whoa!
I got something strange happening over here.
That is odd. Other fantastic Atari 2600 games. Yes. Superman. Raiders of the Lost Ark. And Spider-Man. Don't forget Spider-Man.
See, for me, there's no avatar on Jerome's thing right there.
Well, that's weird. Add Funkos and a Tinkle Trunk to the list of topics. I have Atari 50 on stream. One game that makes me laugh is McFur. Have you played that one?
Is that the Jaguar game? Like Trevor McFur or something? Yeah, something's wrong with my computer. Everything's messed up. I can't move anything.
Huh.
Okay, I'm going to have to restart. The show's over.
I'm invisible. Hey.
Yeah, Atari 50 was great techniques. I love that. It's some wild, wacky stuff, as Dana Carvey would say, while impersonating Johnny Carson. Wild stuff.
Doc is here tonight. The music in the intro. Oh yeah, the going back to the McFur. Atari 50 is awesome. Try Missile Command 3D on Jaguar. Guys been catching Dana and Spade's podcast. Dana is back on the show.
No, I have not. I do see on YouTube. I see some clips from them though, every so often.
And then Bill Maher has his chill thing. And he's had both of them on that. Dana was great. Watching him on that Bill Maher show was a lot of fun. He was all over it. And David was having a good time too. He did separate interviews of the both of them, and it was good. They were good. Yes, you watch Bill occasionally. Yeah, I kind of got stuck into watching them because there was so many. But yeah, I enjoy them. Sometimes I don't know how to take Bill. I don't know that he knows how to take him sometimes. It's kind of weird. They'll kind of say some things, and then I'm like, well, that's okay. You can't. Like I was talking to somebody today, and I go, you can't be going off on somebody and then call them an idiot. You know, you're like, you can't do that, damn idiots. You're like, okay, what?
You just started came across your channel looking up Atari videos. Cool.
Outstanding.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm doing a Switch game, that card game. That'll be fun. I'm excited for that. Actually, we're almost done here. We got 4 minutes left.
I know. It's crazy. It's been a quick, fast, awesome show. I was telling you about some of the games that I got. I should talk about those a skosh here after I find my. I wish I could find my phone. That would be fun. Because I took pictures of them all. I don't even know what I did. That's really weird. That's really weird, and it sucks. Oh, and then were you ever I went to the library the other day and they had one of the latest Kansas albums there, so I picked it up. And they also had this.
They're still around?
What? Kansas?
They're still making
Yes.
albums? Really?
Yeah, Kerry Livgren's not in the band, but he may be writing. But it's Billy Greer still on bass. That he came with Steve Walsh when he came back in '85. And then David Ragsdale is on violin, which he's been with them on and off throughout the years. I've seen him play live with them quite a bit. Phil Ahart's on the drums, but I heard he's not doing very well. And then Ronnie Platt is still in the band, doing the lead vocal. But Richard Williams is still in the band.
Lance wants to know if you've played your Intellivision yet.
Me?
Yes.
No, not yet. Does that make me happy? No. No, it does not. But I do have the CRT TV again, so I'm going to be playing it on there. Also, are you a Garrison Keillor fan at all?
No.
The Prairie Home Companion?
I mean, I've heard of them. I've never seen them.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. But I found this 5-disc set at the library for 50 cents. And, of course, the soundtrack to Downton Abbey. I'm a big fan of Downton Abbey.
I watched that whole show, and then I watched the movie. It's not usually something I would watch, to be honest. I don't really like those period pieces.
Yeah.
I liked it. I just liked the characters. They were interesting characters.
Me too. It
was the point where it's like, I don't care what time period it is. It was just interesting.
Yeah.
It wasn't anything like thrilling or anything. It was just well written, well acted.
Yep.
That's all I need.
That's all I need. Kansas should bring back the elephant guy. The elephant guy. That's funny. That's my friend John you're talking about. Really nice guy. We talked to him. We talked to him when he was in town doing a symphonic show. Yes, I would love to join that. The bowling. I would love that. I was just talking to Jeff about that a couple days ago. So,
well, there's the golf one coming up, Stuart. You could always join in on that one.
Okay. Sounds awesome. I was watching a video today. Someone put Living Dead on a Atari cartridge.
Yeah, that was Well, I we'll probably watch the same video. I watched John Hancock video about that. I had heard about this a few days ago. Someone came up with a way to put a movie, like a color movie, on Atari cartridge, and you can play it on your TV. It's cool that you can do it. I don't know why you would do it. I mean, it looks terrible. But I mean, it's cool tech that to think you could have live video playing on an Atari. That's insane. Dark Side of the Ring was good last night. It was all about Earthquake.
It's called Movie Night.
Yeah. I'm curious if you watched the same video I did, John Hancock, because he just had one out today, I think.
You know, I used to like rip all of my DVDs and stuff, and make MP4s out of them so I could put them on my iPod. I remember doing that. It's so weird to think that that's just all outdated now. You know,
creepy. It's about 1% as good as Sega CD.
Where would Atari be today if this was possible in 1980?
I don't know.
Good question.
Where would they be if they accepted Nintendo's offer to put out the NES under their name?
That's
they turned that down. I was like, yikes.
Yeah. Big mistake. As they say in Pretty Woman. Big, huge.
All right. So thanks everyone for watching. We actually had 101 people at one point. We're still at 98. This is an all-time high. I'm not sure what happened here tonight, but
it's all good.
I will see you tomorrow night, guys, at again 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 9 Papa Pete time.
Thank you, Miss So.
And I'll be playing Blatro, that cool card game. I have my son in here. He'll help me play it correctly. So thanks a lot for watching. We will see you later.
Sounds great. See you guys.
Stuart, I'm gonna need you to hit end. Wait a minute. Can I do end stream?
Yeah.
Now it's working. That's bizarre. Okay. All right, guys. We'll see you later. And hopefully I'll see a bunch of you tomorrow night because that'll be fun. Good night,
Take
everyone.
care, guys.